Hey, what's up everybody? We got a special treat for you today. My buddy Luis just got a new kayak, a 2019 Hobie Compass Camo Edition, and he's gonna kind of walk us through what he's done with it so far. What's up, Luis?
Hey, how's it going, guys? All right, so this is my 2019 Compass Camo Edition. So it comes with the Mirage Drive 180 already. A couple things I've done to it. As you can see, it's a little bit tricked out. First thing is I installed the H-bar to assist me with standing up. One of the main things I wanted to do is be able to do some sight fishing. So for me, this was important just so I'd be able to keep my balance. To show y'all what it looks like, I'll go ahead and pick it up.
Oh yeah, man, that looks awesome.
It was a pretty easy install, but it was adjustable. I was able to stand up on here. This sits about my waist height, so it allows me to kind of pull up when I'm trying to get up off the seat. And since the seat is a little bit low, and also kind of pull myself down. Another thing that I did to this was the very common hatch switch out. So what I did was this round hatch right here is usually in the front of the cockpit area where the square hatch is. So what I did was I bought a square hatch, installed it in the middle, and moved the circular hatch that was here towards the front. There's already a cutout here, so it's super simple to do. Inside of this circle hatch, I also bought the bin. This is mainly where I store all my keys, my wallet, my phone whenever I'm out fishing. It's very airtight. No water will go in.
Yeah, and you don't need it like all the time, so
yeah, correct.
It's up in the boat.
It's nothing I really want to access all the time, so it keeps everything nice and safe in there. Another thing I did with this was again, the square hatch. In the square hatch, I also have another bin. This is mainly where I'm going to keep all my tackle. A couple extra strings.
Sweet.
Again, when I first had this, I did try it out. That circle hatch is nice here because it's more of a flat platform. However, when I added the square hatch, it made it a lot more sturdier, a lot more stable for me to stand up. I got two mat pockets from Hobie. Installed them here. These are the hookless mat pockets, so they're rubber. You won't have any issues with any hooks getting stuck to them. If you can see, I kind of did them off-centered. They're not exactly identical on each side, but this one allows it to be a little closer to me on this side.
Nice.
Two other things I did was installed two of the 21-inch H rails on each side. They're both basically identical on each side. These were a little bit difficult to install, especially the back screw, and that's because there's no way for me to get into the boat from the back. So what I had to do is basically stick my arm in from the square hatch and screw in the back nut.
Well, it came out awesome.
Yeah, it's really good, and what I wanted to do was push these rails up as far as I could. That way I'd be able to use all these accessories like this Hobie bin and the Rail Blaza rod holder.
So what kind of drive does the Camo Edition come with?
It's got the Mirage Drive 180. So it's got the turbo fins. And it's got the forward and the reverse again, the 180.
You got an anchor trolley over here?
Correct. On that side, installed an anchor trolley. This was a really easy install, especially if you get the one that's specific for the new Outbacks and the Compasses, because they have these little well nuts. They're rubber. You don't have to worry about getting your hand in there to put a nut in the back. It basically makes it super simple to install.
What do you think about the seat?
I do like the seat. I mean, it's a big upgrade from what I came from. A lot of people do complain about the bar in the back, but honestly, I've had no problems with that bar in the back. Pardon me. The height is really good for me. It's not too tall, but it's not too small. With the H-bar, it also helps me get up off that seat.
It's a pretty wide seat too.
Yeah, it's pretty wide. I think it's about the same width as about the Outback, the current 2019 Outback.
You got some storage under the seat too.
Correct, and also if you can see throughout the entire boat, I installed some marine mat, and underneath the seat, if I put some marine mat there, it's gonna hopefully, if I put some bins underneath, it won't be sliding around.
Oh yeah. So the marine mat pretty much all the way through. Marine mat all the way through.
This is sort of a gray color on the end, and this is I believe it's almost like a teak wood color. I thought it
looks slick, man, with
really
the camo.
well. Yeah, I thought it went really well with the camouflage color. Fin Factory up in Corpus had an Outback, same thing, camo, and they used the same color, and I just thought it looked really nice. Again, some more marine mat in the back so I can put my my angle cooler, and also my Yak Gear milk crate back here, and it won't slide around.
Sweet. And this kayak kind of has a rudder that's it kind of goes up on its own. If you hit something, that's pretty great. Not like the old Outback that had the rudder up here, so that's pretty slick.
It does have two
rod holders?
Two rod holders, two built-in rod holders.
What do you think about the weight on the kayak?
So when you start off with just the kayak without it being rigged up, I think you're looking at about 65 pounds, and it's very easy to move. There is these handles though on the back. If you have stuff on it, it might lean over to a certain side tilt, so it makes it a little more difficult. Maybe a future install, I don't know if someone's already done it, but maybe an 8 trail on the back, kind of just to hold on to it a little easier.
Nice.
The front one, it's fine with that one, but yeah, this back one over here, sometimes a little bit of issues.
What do you move it with? Do you use like a?
Yeah, so I have the HD Hobie cart. It's done really well for me. Super simple to put on. I do have to tilt it over.
The other thing I like about this is that you do have the hatch down there, but with this net here, you can kind of put like, a slightly oversized item like, a rain jacket or, something like that.
Yeah, also what I like to do is I'm not using the Hobie drive. When I pop it out, it makes a really good spot for you to kind of just slide it in there.
Oh yeah, perfect. And you got the leash.
Exactly.
So you're secure there. One of the things about fishing down here at the South Texas coast is you get in some really skinny water. So this drive, it'll get you there, and you can definitely flutter your way through some of that shallow water. But sometimes it's just too shallow to use the drive. So obviously it's great that you got the paddle. What do you think about the paddle ability of the Compass?
I think it's great. It's not too wide. Even with these rails, I'm able to get the paddle over the top. And when I can't use the drive because we're in too shallow of water, it's super easy to paddle it.
What are some things you like about the kayak? Maybe a couple things you don't?
Love being able to customize the kayak the way I need it to be out there in the water. I love the price of it. For me, it was a raffle, but if I were to go out there, test out the Compass. You might be surprised on how well you like it, and you might not have to dig into your pocket anymore. Put that money towards customizing it the way you need it to be. I do like the size of it as well in terms of the width. It fits really well on my truck, as well as the length. It's only 12 feet, and it fits perfectly in the back of my truck. No need for a bed extender. The seat, definite upgrade from what I had. I've had no issues with the seat, and of course the 180 Mirage drive.
That's the big one.
I love the forward and the reverse. Keeps me out of the weeds.
Cool. Is there anything maybe that you don't like, or?
Couple things, I guess. Nothing too big.
No deal breakers.
No deal breakers. It would be nice to have the rudder control on both sides, but if you put it on both sides, then you're gonna. If you put it on both sides, then you're gonna lose the customization ability on the right side.
That's true.
Also, the rudder on the back. When I'm loading it and unloading it off the truck, as you can see, there's been a little bit of damage here. But other than that, and also the hand over here to kind of move it around. Again, if it's not balanced, if you have more on one side than the other, this boat can tilt.
Yeah, pretty minor stuff.
Yeah,
pretty minor stuff. So that's a walkthrough of Luis's 2019 Hobie Compass Camo Edition. Really appreciate him letting me come over to check it out with you guys. So remember, for more South Texas hunting, fishing, and grilling, make sure you keep it locked to Mesquite Outdoors. All right, Luis, so I know personally that you were in the market, you were gonna get a Hobie kayak, but tell us a little bit how you came about getting this kayak.
Yeah, so I was in the market. I was looking at the Outback, the new Outback, the Pro Anglers, and this Compass. But luckily, I entered into a drawing in 956 Kayak group on Facebook.
Shout out 956 Kayak Anglers.
And I believe it was $25. They were selling 100 tickets. Basically covered the cost of the Camo Compass over in Fin Factory, and I won it in a raffle. So some of you might be asking me, why invest? This is probably roughly around $1,000 worth of accessories into a Compass. But since the initial cost of this boat was just the cost of the raffle ticket, I was able to invest the money from buying another boat into making the
You made it your own, man, so
Exactly.
it's super tricked out. It's awesome. So shout out to 956 Kayak Anglers. If you like to kayak fish South Texas, definitely consider joining. Really good group of people sharing information. They'll have tournaments both online and like one-day tournaments. Obviously they did the kayak raffle with Fin Factory, and Fin Factory's a great place if you're looking to get a Hobie or any Hobie accessories. I got my kayak there. Luis got his. You've been dealing with them a lot, ordering stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, all the accessories that I got on this boat were from Fin Factory. They're located in Corpus Christi, and they were nice enough to ship all of these accessories down to me. They worked with me really well, and you know, just appreciate the help I got there.
Yeah, and so I mean, they can really help you out because they're familiar, you know, with fishing the Texas coast and stuff. So if you have any questions on like what kayak to get or what accessories, definitely give them a call.